All right, drum school drummer friends, Alan here. Hope everybody's keeping well, and welcome to part two of this little mini series on using dotted notes. Part one, we had a brief introduction to what dotted notes are, and then we were working on a little pattern that used the dotted quiver, semi-quiver. If you need to go back and review what that is, if that doesn't mean anything to you, that's a good place to start. All right. So anyway, the rhythm was 3, 4. All right, and we found out that we referred to that note. There's the dotted quiver, and then the 16th skip note, or the semi-quiver skip note on the snare drum. Okay, we affectionately call it that. In this lesson, we're going to move that onto the bass drum. And I did say that although this is based, both of them are based on what I call the player level. Player level straddles grade 2 and grade 3. Tend to find that students who are in grade 3 tend to find this what we're going to do on the bass drum today a wee bit easier than those who are just at sort of the start of grade 2. But that may not apply to you. Be my guest and work away on this pattern. So again, just a brief recap in part one, the pattern on the snare drum. We were counting to 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4. All right, we're going to actually do the same on the bass drum. The reason that this is a wee bit more tricky is that if you're right-handed, sometimes your right hand and right foot want to go together, and that is one of the key problems that I find with most students. So it's a little interdependence issue. So you can count it out, and we can do sort of what we did before in the previous one, but apply it to the bass drum, and then see how we get on. So let's start. So let's just remember again that we're going to count that out in semi-quavers. 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4. 1, 2, and All right. So it's the 2 is on the snare drum, E and is on the bass drum, and then the other 2 quavers, 3 and 4. All right. But also just remember, as in the previous lesson when we were playing the semi-quiver skip note in the snare drum, we're playing quavers on the hi-hat. So, but it's a lot more difficult, I find, with students, for them to get the bass drum in the right place and for the right hand not to go with the bass drum. So if you're like that, you got to understand that I've seen so many students over the past 30 years and have really struggled with that. And that's all it is, just an interdependence issue between your hands and your feet. You got to, again, just as in the previous lesson, you got to really concentrate, think hard, and count. All right? So here we go again. 1, 2, and 1, 2, There it is in there. 1, 2, and So it's on the All right. Or again, leave out the hi-hat. But in this case, the hi-hat is really the important bit to be able to maintain. All right, drum school drummer friends, hope you enjoyed part 2 of our little mini-series on using dotted notes to play patterns. First of all, the 16th skip note in the snare drum in part 1, and then we moved it on to the bass drum there in part 2. There's no quick fix with these. As I said in both videos, you got to work, you got to count, and you got to keep chipping away until you're able to play those. But when you do, it opens up a whole new world of grooves. All right, and I hope whenever you're playing those, you'll begin to see that, and we'll be able to take it further. And you'll also understand whenever you're listening to some of your favorite artists, especially some of the funk guys who use loads of these things interspersed in some of the rhythms that they play. And you'll understand what's going on there a bit better, and be able to try to copy, emulate, and play some of those grooves. If you did enjoy that, I'd be grateful for a thumbs up once more, and I look forward to seeing you on the next lesson. Okay, bye.
Drummers, it's Alan here, and welcome to the Belfast Drum Channel.